The following video was uploaded by a young man who loves to capture departing and arriving trains. One of his favorite spots is an older bridge from where he can oversee the entirety of the train tracks and therefore can capture some really great footage. Interestingly enough, this area is said to be home to several strange events. Legends speak of a ghost train that can be seen ever so often as it's making its way through the area. The following night, the man saw an extremely bright light at the end of the tracks and started recording in anticipation. The lights suddenly vanish, and there's no train coming towards his direction. But as weird as this is, there was something else going on the train tracks. Did the man also capture two of the spirits that are said to roam the area at night? Apparently, there have been several unfortunate accidents over the last decades, making many of his viewers believe that this actually were two of these eternal visitors. Hard to say what transpired here that night, but it's certainly very mysterious. The following video was submitted by Antonio. A family embarks on a late-night drive, unaware of the otherworldly enigma awaiting them. Little did they know their journey would take an unexpected turn, and it was an evening they would never forget. Something peculiar materializes right in front of their vehicle.
Aku nampak dua orang. Ada bukan dua orang tau.
Kau nampak kan?
Ya. Itu tu. Aku tahu kat sini.
Okey.
Ada weh dah ada. Mana? Ha, tak ada. Ada. Ha, tu.
Watch closely as an eerie figure emerges from the darkness. Was it a spirit yearning for release or a mere illusion? A white cloth-like apparition comes into view, seemingly suspended in mid-air on that desolate road. But the weirdness doesn't end there. In a swift motion, it flutters past the car, leaving the family paralyzed with fear and in disbelief. Its true form remains shrouded in darkness, raising more questions than answers. Our curiosity lingers as we ponder what exactly did they encounter that fateful night. This is a recording of a group of friends, and we see them having a rather pleasant time in what appears to be a park. Apparently, they didn't notice anything out of the ordinary at the time, but once home, they saw that something else was present. Deep in the background of the scene, we can see a disturbing figure. It seems to be hunched over and appears to be completely pale. And perhaps wasn't wearing any clothing. What's horrifying is their way of walking, and above all, their intriguing morphology. What are we seeing here? Some people commented that without a doubt it could be a humanoid creature, maybe a skinwalker. Others argued that it might simply be a regular person who snuck onto the recording. Could it even have been something paranormal? Let me know what you think. This video was recorded by the dashcam of a man who was visiting the infamous Gettysburg Cemetery one night. There have been numerous creepy videos that freak people out over the years. In this case, the driver of the car was parked and didn't see anything himself at the time. His dashcam, however, kept recording, and after reviewing the footage, it turned out that he might not have been alone after all. To some, it looks like the spirit of a man is walking past the cannon to the right, a man that is wearing an old uniform. It is quite hard to come up with an explanation for this recording, if it wasn't staged, of course. Could this man capture a spirit, possibly reliving his days on the battlefield? What do you think? The next video was captured in the basement of Mark and shared on his channel Donny Drunkard. He's documenting the haunting in his home for several years now, and I highly recommend you check him out. He was attempting to contact the spirit world once again, and the following video was part of a live stream that Mark had conducted. It was broadcasted live on his channel at the time.
Come.
And what's interesting about this recording is that a viewer of his noticed an odd anomaly the second that Mark is switching the light on.
Damn, it's dark, isn't it? It's dark, isn't it?
We can see something that looks like a weird shadow apparition disappearing into the floor. It's almost impossible to make it out without slowing the footage down. But I'm 100% convinced that this thing is related to all the paranormal encounters in his home. Pretty eerie. This video was recorded by an urban explorer who shared this short adventure on his channel Raffi Kishmu. He also uploads a lot of other videos there from his daily life, but the following one I find is one of the most interesting. This evening he found an abandoned house, so he states at least. It isn't exactly clear where this property was located. And he's no ghost hunter by any means, and was certainly not expecting to find anything that would spook him that night. As he makes his way into the house though, he finds something unexpected in one of the derelict rooms. Let's take a look.
I just found this abandoned house, and I think I'm gonna go inside this thing. Wish me luck. Okay, it's pretty spooky in here. Gutted. It's all gutted. What's that noise? Something weird noise, man. I don't know what I'm hearing. Hello? Dude. Oh my god! No!
He later stated that he saw this shadow apparition standing at the end of the wall, and that it looked like as if it was flickering somehow. However, this was not picked up by the camera, which is odd. To me it appears as if that thing is facing the wall before turning around and then running after him. Could Raffi catch a real shadow apparition here that was on the premises for whatever reason? Or did somebody just play a prank on him if it wasn't one of his own friends? Who knows? Connor Finn was staying at the infamous Norbreck Hotel, which is said to be haunted by unseen forces. This night he decided to document his adventure. In the midst of night, which was around 3 AM, he made it out of his room to check out the hallway, in which several strange sightings had been documented over the years. Now, what could he come up with? He walked further down the hallway, and his camera seemed to have some interference issues all of a sudden. Strange. Once he comes across this dark room, he gets startled by something terrifying.
You make any kind of noise to let me know that someone's around. Maybe show yourself on camera. Do you not have the strength to show yourself?
My God. Oh my.
That got me. Oh. You show yourself?
My God.
The hotel staff stated the day after that they were not aware of any guest screaming in the night, and nobody else seems to have heard it, which is even weirder. Did he maybe come across a spirit? Or maybe just a person from the outside? What do you think? The following video was found on the profile of Ashley Haight. It is stated that the security camera captured something really odd that evening. Ashley's husband was alone at home at the time of the recording and decided to close the blinds for the rest of the night. He slightly pushes the Wise camera out of the way to lower the blinds. But for some reason, there seemed to be another person with him. He had no idea who or what exactly it was, however. There was no child at home at the time, which is why both believe this to be a spirit. What else could it have been? Mysterious.
Setting aku geser, udah nggak kelihatan lagi. Assalamualaikum.
This video was recorded by a paranormal enthusiast who was hoping to capture something interesting in a so-called haunted location. It says that he was alone at the time, which of course cannot be confirmed. At this point, the man seems to realize that something was off, though. A shadow is moving by the door in the background. I'm not sure if this apparition even has visible legs. Is it a spirit or just a hoax? We're taking a look at the case of Flat 7 Ghost again, and Tom's sinister documentation of the paranormal encounters that are all unfolding within the four walls of his apartment. He actually suspects that all these paranormal happenings could be related to a tragedy that occurred and that the entity standing at the end of the hallway and peeking into the frame. It is uncertain if this is a malevolent entity that is also bound to this place. But who can blame Tom for being freaked out after this incident? Gonna keep my eyes open for any updates. The following is a recording that was shared by user Abel3E. He had to share it with his viewers because what was captured frightened him to the core. A friend of his has a surveillance camera set up that watches over their backyard. This is the yard during daytime. As you might have already guessed, they believe that the camera has captured a ghost one night. His friend is living next to an abandoned house, and it is not further known if anything paranormal related was ever documented around that residence. Yet, one night, on the other side of the fence, a really creepy event got captured on video. When checking the surveillance footage one night, his friend almost got a heart attack. Now take a close look. It would appear that the spirit of a child is walking by. And make no mistake, could it be a coincidence that it is seen next to the swing set? Perhaps. What is your opinion? Could it just be a regular kid? But why would it be seen on an abandoned property in the midst of night? Let me know. The following video is another one that I would categorize under the extremely weird encounter section. It was captured by two urban explorers who were investigating an abandoned building in which some mysterious happenings have been going on over the past years. What exactly is unknown, however. The investigation is cut relatively short though, when, based on their reports, they came across a scary looking person standing in an empty room and staring at them. They made it back to their car and got out of there as fast as they could. And then the following was captured. A scary video indeed. A violent stranger must have followed the two men back to their car and then was seemingly throwing a very heavy object at them as they make their escape. The question is, what was this person doing there? Was it maybe a homeless person that felt disturbed? This is one of the theories that most people have. Apparently the two men never returned to this location, and who can blame them really? Pretty dangerous encounter. I'm glad nobody got hurt. Tonya Sands has shared the next really odd encounter on her TikTok profile. She noticed that a toy that her family has stored on their porch is turning on by itself. Oftentimes, when the young woman is sitting on the outside stairs, she started interacting with the toy, and it seemed to respond to her.
So I'm doing the ripple effect like you guys asked me to. Whatever it is just stays right there. Do it again.
Wow, Johnny!
Do it one more time for me.
Wow, Johnny!
The only way you can get it to make that exact noise that it was making is to turn it to the right.
Wow, Johnny!
It won't do it again unless you put it in place and then turn it to the right again.
Wow, Johnny!
Besides the toy blinking and making noises, she also captured something even more unusual.
You can click this right here and it starts it.
Wow, Johnny!
It looks like a white figure that is appearing from behind the car. Perhaps the spirit that is tampering with the toy. Or do you think this is just Tonya's vivid imagination? To me, it looks like a little bit more than that. And now let's take a look at this creepy hospital that many of you are already familiar with. On May 20th, a group of nurses embarked on a journey into a section of the hospital that sent shivers down the spines of many doctors and nurses. This forbidden area, known as the Old ER, has long been abandoned. Tragically, it witnessed the passing of numerous patients. The nurses tell tales of haunting encounters that lurk within the walls of this forsaken floor. And one fateful night, a group of nurses working the night shift decided to venture into the haunted realm of the Old ER. They saw it as a light-hearted adventure, little knowing the terror that awaited them. The following footage is their own chilling documentation.
That was evil. You knew what you did there. You guys, haunted ER. We're gonna go. Haunted ER, haunted ER. I'm really good too. Oh my god, my head is huge. Chloe, so I can't even.
Camera.
Huh?
It's just close to the camera.
Yeah, you're right.
We got a chance for the haunted. Yeah.
Oh god.
Feels like
I'm not excited about this. I didn't even get to finish eating my sandwich.
it feels like we're getting on a. You nervous? Why are you nervous?
Because it's cold.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
You see anything?
That was evil. You knew what you did there.
I knew exactly what I was doing.
You said something.
What?
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 Chloe just moved herself. What?
Oh. Oh, it's a doll. Whoa. Yeah, it's just a little doll. They want us training.
Oh, it's a train down here.
Put it here.
It's still weird though. You didn't like that.
No, look at her.
That's weird. Oh, that's freaky. Go, let's go. Upstairs. It's way upstairs. Yeah, that's upstairs. Sorry, I thought you were. I felt you like were. It's just freaky. You guys wave in the camera or in the reflection.
They like see me? God, I feel like I'm gonna see.
Oh, that's the same room.
Oh. God, Oh.
What?
Light looking. Oh. The lights are on.
That's weird.
Go in. Go in.
I wanna go in. No, go in.
Go in. Go in. Figure out why the lights are on. I don't like that.
Here's
I
why the
don't like
lights are
that.
on.
Do
They
it.
look like evil eyes. You guys can come in with me.
Yeah, of
Come on,
course we're
let me
gonna go in with you.
Thanks. Ooh, it feels weird. Was that you?
Yeah.
This room feels weird. I don't like this. Ooh. Oh! The curtain moved.
No, it
Yeah, it did. It moved. It moved. It moved. Yes, it did. It did. How did you not see that? Oh, okay. Ooh!
As one of the nurses ventures deeper into a room, something extremely scary unfolds. The hospital curtain, without warning, begins to sway on its own accord. The nurse, overcome with terror, flees the room in panic. But the strangeness doesn't end there. Within seconds of the curtain's movement, a cane mysteriously topples to the ground, defying any logical explanation. The haunted corridors of the hospital continue to steer with inexplicable events. As the nurses grapple with the nature of these occurrences, the true origins of these unsettling encounters remain elusive. Who knows what exactly lingers in these creepy corridors? Following recording was captured by traffic camera in Wessex, Britain, on which a pretty unusual creature was supposedly captured. It's not uncommon for the authorities to capture some wildlife every so often. Today's video, though, was a bit different. We can see a busy road, and then a weird creature appearing from the left side out of the darkness and scampering over all 4 lanes of the highway within a few seconds. What's weird about this incident is the creature's legs that are bending inwards, making many believe that we are dealing with a rather inexplicable creature here. Some say that it even looks a little bit humanoid, causing some to believe that we are dealing with another shapeshifter here. Could this be? It's really hard to say what's going on for sure, but it makes one wonder. The following video was sent to me by Gammy Bear, and he found it in the paranormal section of Reddit. The clip was posted by user Lucky1196. He wrote that it was recorded by an older brother who was visiting a theme park with his younger one. Our cameraman was filming the experience for their family diary and to show friends how fun this evening shaped out to be for the two. However, without the two noticing, something seems to have made it onto this recording that should not have been there. As we can see, there are several passengers along for the ride, but the very last cart is definitely empty. Now, let's take a good look. After a few moments, a dark figure appears to be visible in that last cart, but how is that possible? People say that there are many legends about the land this theme park was built on. And that it might be a spirit that was coming along for the ride. Could this be possible? How else are we explaining this? This figure seems to be gone again after the first lap, only to reappear moments later. A paranormal incident, perhaps? The next video was captured by Cinnamon the Fox, and apparently something really creepy unfolded in her aunt's garage. It's relatively small, but... Alright, there's something moving in front of the camera. I thought at first it was an insect maybe, but... That is certainly weird. Look at that. It looks like a silhouette now that is walking towards the left side of their garage. Even if somebody was standing on the lower part of this capture, I don't know how it would then just move like that. Actually looks like somebody is moving there now. This was captured by a worker during a nightly shift. He was just moving some heavy machinery to a new construction site. He was by himself at the time and didn't see anything strange, but based on his reports, he heard a weird scream from the neighboring fields, which caused him to pull up the recording after his shift had ended, and he saw something quite unique. Some of his co-workers think that he might have captured a floating torso of a spirit, or maybe another form of creature. He was pretty baffled and had no explanation of what we are seeing here, especially since it just shows up for a few moments before it vanishes. Super weird. What do you think could have been captured here? How creepy